Jai Ma Samleswari. Hello viewers, I am Bijan Mahapatra and I am going to present before you the crowning glory of Ma Samleswari Temple. Samleswari Temple, which is situated on the bank of river Mahanadi, is one of the popular Shakti Pithas of Odisha. Goddess Samleswari is the presiding deity of not only western Odisha, she is the Ishtadevi of many clans and tribes of neighboring Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. This temple is not a mere religious monument or a place of worship. It is the cultural and the spiritual landmark of western Odisha. In fact, it is the soul of western Odisha, which has a rich cultural heritage conspicuous in its language, Sambalpuri songs, Sambalpuri dances, world famous Sambalpuri fabrics, festivals like Pojuntia, Bhaijuntia, Nuakhai, Sital Sasti, Puspuni, culinary delights like Chutchuta, Jhuripurga, Sarsatiya, Dantri Khaja, Kakara, the rhythmic beats of Sambalpuri drums like Dhol, Nishan and Tasa raises our heartbeat to the level of ecstasy and profound joy. With such richness in their culture, people of western Odisha feel the presence of Goddess Samleswari in their day-to-day affairs. Whenever they are at distress, they come to Samleswari temple to seek blessings of the goddess with the hope and belief that she will overcome all their distress and she will give them good rain, good harvest, good health and wealth and free them from all type of dangers. Whenever they are at joy, they come to Samleswari temple to express their deep sense of gratitude to the goddess for bestowing them with prosperity, fertility and well-being. Goddess Samleswari is considered as Jagat Janani, mother of the whole universe, which is a manifestation of Adi Shakti, the primordial cosmic energy. According to some historians, Goddess Samleswari was worshipped by the tribals since 3rd century AD till the construction of the present temple in 16th century by Chauhan ruler King Balaram Dev. Balaram was the younger brother of King Narasimha Dev, who was the ruler of Patna kingdom with its headquarters at Patnagarh on the bank of river Mayavati. On a stormy night, the wife of the king was in severe labor pain and was in immediate need of a nurse who used to live on the other side of river Mayavati. Balaram Dev ventured to swim and cross the overflowing river Mayavati and bring the midwife to the palace. The queen had a successful delivery of a baby boy. King Narasimha was so pleased with the bravery of his younger brother that he gifted half of the kingdom to him, and that half kingdom became full-fledged Sambalpur kingdom later on. King Balaram was the first king of independent kingdom of Sambalpur. According to popular legends, once King Balaram Dev was on a hunting expedition in the forest when he noticed a very unusual thing. He observed that his hounds were chased and driven away by a hare. Being very much curious, he followed the rabbit which disappeared under a simli or samel tree. This incident convinced King Balaram that there must have been a divine power in his kingdom. That night, the king had a strange dream in which goddess Samleswari manifested herself and instructed him to construct a temple for her. Next morning, the king visited the sambil tree, and to his pleasant surprise, he discovered the deity in the form of a stone under the tree. And that is how he decided to worship the divinity of goddess Samleswari by constructing a temple for her on the bank of river Mahanadi. As the goddess had its origin under a sambil tree, she came to be worshipped as goddess Samleswari, and Sambalpur got its name from the deity. So, goddess Samleswari was originally a tribal deity, and King Balaram Dev elevated her status to the deity of Sambalpur to appease the sentiment and emotional attachment of people of this area towards goddess Samleswari. Even though the Chauhan rulers had their own way of worship, they did not interfere with the prevailing Shakti cult tradition. The Shakti cult tradition during that time was characterized mainly by three things: the temple service, the temple rituals were conducted by non Brahmins. There was an element of Tantra in worship, and there was the severe practice of blood sacrifice. So, the Chauhan rulers carefully and cleverly utilized the sentiments of local people. They followed the principle of political expediency with a view to legitimizing their position in this area. There is no concrete evidence or there is no agreement among scholars about human sacrifice in goddess Samleswari temple. But according to oral tradition, every year goddess Samleswari was offered human sacrifice. Later on, it was supplemented by buffalo sacrifice and gradually by goats and sheep. There is an interesting story of how the human sacrifice was changed over to buffalo sacrifice and sacrifice of other animals. Once, a group of pilgrims from North India were visiting this area, and on their return, one of them, Saint Bihari Das, lost way in the forest. The king's man caught hold of him and brought him for sacrifice in front of goddess Samleswari. Bihari Das pleaded that he should be presented before the king, and when he was placed before the king, he pleaded that goddess Samleswari is just like our mother, and a mother can never be happy if her children are sacrificed. So the king had a change of mind, and he ordered that Bihari Das should not be sacrificed, but he should be locked inside the temple, and it is up to the goddess who will decide whether to kill him and eat him. So next morning, when they opened the temple door, to their utter surprise, they noticed Bihari Das quite hale and hearty. So this incident changed the heart and history of human sacrifice in Samleswari temple, and Bihari Das was appointed as the Dean of Affairs. He was appointed the Mahanta of Gopalji Math. Gopalji Math has been a place for cultural and social, sports, religious activities of this area. it was involved in a great way in preserving and protecting the culture and tradition of this area. So the history of Gopalji Mutt is also very much linked with the history of Mahasamlai temple.
ମୋ ନାଁ ସଗନ ରାୟ ଆଉ ସମଲେଇ ମନ୍ଦିର ପୂଜାରୀ ମୁଁ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ତ ଏଇ ରୟ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ଯେନ୍ ଅଛନ୍ ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ପୁରା ମୂଳରୁ ପୂଜା କରି ଆସୁଛନ୍ ସମଲେଶ୍ୱରୀଙ୍କୁ।
ହଁ ଏଇଟା ମୂଳରୁ ମାନେ ରାଜାଙ୍କର ଅମଲରୁ ସେ ପରିବାର ଅଛନ୍ତି ପୁରା ମାନେ ମାଆଙ୍କ ପୂଜା ସେବା କରବାର୍ ଲାଗି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ତ ଟେମ୍ପଲ ଟ୍ରଷ୍ଟ ତରଫରୁ କିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦିଆଯାଉଛି କି କାଣା?
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଯେନ୍ଟା ବି ମାଆଙ୍କ ଆଧାର ଯେନ୍ଟା ପାଉଛୁ ଆମେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ପାଉଣା
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ସେତିକି ସମସ୍ତ ପୂଜାରୀ ପରିବାର ମାନେ ସେଠି ଚଲୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏ ମନ୍ଦିରର ଟିକେ ଟାଇମିଂ ବାବଦରେ କହିବେ ଆରତି କେତେବେଳେ ସି ଭୋଗ କେତେବେଳେ ସି ଟିକେ କହିବେ।
ନା ଡେଲି ତ ଯେନ୍ତା ଆମର ମନ୍ଦିର ଟାଇମିଂ ଅଛି ନୀତି ଟାଇମିଂ ଅଛି ସକାଳୁ ଆମେ 4 ବଜେ ମନ୍ଦିର ଖୋଲା ଯାଏସି ମାଆଙ୍କୁ ଗଙ୍ଗା ଜଳରେ ସ୍ନାନ କରାଯାଏସି ତାପରେ ମାଆଙ୍କୁ ନୂଆ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ପିନ୍ଧାଯାଏସି ତାପରେ ନୂଆ ଅଲଙ୍କାର ରୂପା ସୁନାର ପିନ୍ଧା ହେଇକରି ଫୁଲର ସଜାଇକି ଠିକ୍ ମଙ୍ଗଳ ଆଳତି 5ଟାରେ ଆସି 5ଟାରେ ମଙ୍ଗଳ ଆଳତି ସରିଲା ପରେ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କୁ 6 ବେଲେ ମାଆଙ୍କୁ ଦର୍ଶନ କରବାରେ ଜଣାଯାଏସି ସେଟା ମେନ୍ ଟାଇମିଂ ସେଟା। ତାପରେ ଠିକ୍ 12 ବଜେ ମାଆଙ୍କର ଅନ୍ନଭୋଗ ଲାଗ୍ବା ସେଇ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଅଧା ଘଣ୍ଟା ମନ୍ଦିର ପହଡ଼ ପଡ଼ବା ବନ୍ଦ ରହିବା ତାପରେ 12:30 ବଜେ ଫେର୍ ମନ୍ଦିର ଖୋଲବା ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବେ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା 7:45 ତକ 7:45 ଫେର୍ ମନ୍ଦିର ବନ୍ଦ ରହିବା ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ଆଳତି ପାଇଁ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ଆଳତି 8ଟାରେ ହେବା 8ଟାରେ ମାଆଙ୍କ 8:30 ବଜେ ଆଳତି ସରିବା ତାପରେ 8:30ରେ ଫେର୍ ମାଆଙ୍କୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବେ ତାର ଠିକ୍ 9ଟାରେ ଫେର୍ ମାଆଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ନଭୋଗ ଲାଗ୍ବା আর ঠিক 10 বজে পহর পরে মন্দির বন্ধ হবা এটা ସବୁଦିନ ନୀତି আছে ସେଟା
ପ୍ରତିଦିନ ମାଙ୍କୁ ମାନେ ନୂଆ ବେଶ କରାହେସି
ନୂଆ ବେଶ କରାଯାଏ ସେଟା ପ୍ରତିଦିନ ତାଙ୍କୁ
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା
ତାର ପର୍ବପର୍ବାଣୀ ଅଲଗା ରହିବା ଯେନ୍ତା ଆମ ଦଶହରା ପରେ ଅଛି ମହାଲୟାର ଟାଇମିଂ ଅଲଗା ରହିବା ଲୋକ ଜହ ରହୁଥିବା ବେଲେ ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ଆଗକୁ ବଢ଼ା ଯାଉଛି ମାଙ୍କୁ ବେଶ କରିଦେଲେ ଆମେ 4 ବଜେ 4:30 ବଜେ ମାଙ୍କ ଧବଲମୁଖୀ ବେଶ ଲୋକ ଦର୍ଶନ କରୁଛନ୍ ତାର ଦିନ ନବରାତ୍ର ଲାଗିଯାଉଛେ 9 ଦିନ ତକ ସେନ୍ତା 4 ବଜେ ଲୋକ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବେ ତାର ଗୋଟେ ତାଙ୍କ ସେ ଫେର୍ ଗୋଟେ ସିଙ୍ଗାର ବେଶ ହେସି ମାଙ୍କ 9 ଦିନ ତକ ଯେନ୍ ମା ସିଙ୍ଗାର ହଉଛନ୍ ଶଲ୍ୟପୁତ୍ରୀ ହଉଛନ୍ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚାରିଣୀ ହଉଛନ୍ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଘଣ୍ଟା ଯେନ୍ ନବରାତ୍ର ଚାଲୁଛେ ସେଦିନ 9 ଦିନ ତ ସିଙ୍ଗାର ହେସି ସେ 9 ଦିନ ଟାଇମିଂ ଅଲଗା ରହିବା ତାର ମାଙ୍କ ମହାଷ୍ଟମୀ ହେବା ମହାଷ୍ଟମୀ ଦିନ ତ ସନ୍ଧି ପୂଜା ବି ହେବା ଚଣ୍ଡୀଙ୍କ ହୋମ ବି ହେବା ଲେକିନ୍ ସେଦିନ ଖଣ୍ଡା ଧୁଆ ବି ଯାତ୍ରା ଆମର ବାହାରବା ମାଙ୍କ ଯେନ୍ ଖଣ୍ଡା ଧୁଆ ଯାତ୍ରା ଥିସି ସବୁ ପୂଜକ ମାନେ ସେ ଖଣ୍ଡା ଧରିକରି ବାହାରକେ ବାହାରବେ ମାଙ୍କର ଧଣ୍ଡି ସାଙ୍ଗେ ମଛିନ୍ଦର ଘାଟ ବୋଲି ଅଛେ ସେ ମନ୍ଦିର ମଛିନ୍ଦର ଘାଟରେ ପୂଜା ହେବା ଖଣ୍ଡା ଆଉ ଧଣ୍ଡି ତାର ମାଙ୍କର ଭିତରକେ ହେବା ମାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କଦଳୀ ପତ୍ରରେ ଖଣ୍ଡା ରଖାଯିବା ତାପରେ ମା ଭଉଣୀ ମାନେ ଭାଇଜୁଁତା ପର୍ବ ପାଳନ କରିବେ ସେ ମାର ପର୍ବକେ ମାନେ ଭାଇଜୁଁତା ଛେଇଁକୁ ନେବେ ଆଉ ଆର ଦିନ ଭାଇମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେଟା ବାନ୍ଧିବେ ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ବ ଚାଲିଛି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଖଣ୍ଡାଟା ମାନେ ସବୁଦିନ ସେନେ ରଖା ହେସି କି
ସବୁଦିନ ମାଙ୍କର ପଛେ ସେ ଖଣ୍ଡା ରଖାଯାଏ ଖାଲି ତାଙ୍କ ତିଥି ଯେନ୍ ପର୍ବପର୍ବାଣି ସେ ଖଣ୍ଡା ବାହାରছে ସେଟା
ସେଟା ମହାନଦୀରେ ଯାଇକି ସେଟା
ସୁଯୋଗ ପୂଜା ହେଇକି ଫେର୍ ମାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସ୍ଥାପନା କରାଯାଏ
ଟାଇମିଂ ଥିସି କି କାଣା ଯେତେବେଳେ
ହଁ ତାଙ୍କ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଟାଇମିଂ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ବେଲେ
ସେଟା
ଯାଏସି ସେଟା
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା
ତାପରେ ଠିକ୍ ଆମ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମା ପଳେଇ ଆସି ସେଦିନ ମାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ରାଜେଶ୍ୱରୀ ଭେଷରେ ରଖସୁଁ ଆଉ ସେଦିନ ଧ୍ୱଜା ରୋହଣ ହେସି ମାନେ ଧ୍ୱଜା ନୂଆ ଧ୍ୱଜା ଉପରକେ ଚଢ଼ସି ପୁରୁଣା ଧ୍ୱଜା ବାହାରକେ ବାହାରସି ସେଟା ଆଗରୁ ବି ସେ କିମ୍ବଦନ୍ତୀ ମାନେ ସେ ପୁରୁଣା ଧ୍ୱଜାଙ୍କୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ପ୍ରସାଦ ଆପାରି ଦେସନ୍ ଲୋକମାନେ ସେଟା ନିଜର କବଚ ବୋଲି ମାନେ ସୁରକ୍ଷା କବଚ ବୋଲି ଜିନିଷଟା ରଖିକି ଘରେ ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କୁ କିଏ ତାବିଜରେ ପିନ୍ଧାସି କିଏ ପର୍ସ ରଖିଦେସି ମାନେ କିଛି ଅମଙ୍ଗଳ ନାହିଁ ବୋଲି ସେଫ୍ଟି ମାନେ ସେଫ୍ଟି ବୋଲସନ୍ ସେଟା ସେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ରଖିଦେସନ୍ ସେଟା ସେଇ ନୀତିରେ ଏବେ ମନ୍ଦିର ମାନେ ଚଲୁଛେ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା କେନ୍ ପର୍ବରେ ସବୁଥିରୁ ବେଶୀ ଭିଡ଼ ହେଉଛି ମନ୍ଦିରରେ?
ମେନ୍ ପର୍ବ ଯାଏ ନୂଆଖାଇ ପଶ୍ଚିମ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ମେନ୍ ନୂଆଖାଇ ତ ପଶ୍ଚିମ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ସାରା ଭାରତ ମାନଲାନ ନୂଆଖାଇକି ଆଉ ସେଥିରେ ମାର ମେନ୍ ଭିଡ଼ ସେଟା।
ଆଜ୍ଞା 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 ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଆଜ୍ଞା ନମସ୍କାର ନମସ୍କାର। ଦି ଡିଭାଇନ୍ ଫ୍ଲାଗ on the top of the temple remains in a bundle, so it doesn't flutter with the sake of gentle breeze or wind. Since the days of Balaram Dev, one ritual has been going on, that is the Dhwajarohana ceremony. On Kumar Purnima day, that is Aswina Suklapaksha full moon night, Goddess SAMLESWARI is dressed in Raja Rajeshwari Vesha, and after evening Arati, the flag on the top of the temple gets replaced by a new flag. large number of devotees gather in the temple premises to witness this annual event. The Swai family of Sambalpur has been carrying out this changing of flag since a long time. Lion is the symbol of power, courage, and strength. Lion is the divine vehicle of Goddess Durga, and Ma Samleswari is an incarnation of Goddess Durga. So, appropriately, the statue of lion has been installed just near the entrance of Ma Samleswari's shrine. The statue is made of Ashtadhatu, amalgamation of 8 metals. It is considered to be the largest Ashtadhatu Vahana in whole of Asia. There are 11 Parsadevis on the outer wall of the shrine, which the devotees worship during the temple parikrama. Those Parsadevis are Varahi, Vanadurga, Chinnamasta, Durga, Jwalamukhi, Matangi, Mahakali, Mangala, Narasimhi, Ramachandi, and Ugratara. The main shrine houses the goddess. The deity is represented in a unique rock stone smeared with red color vermilion, decorated with dazzling silver ornaments, and dressed with vibrant colorful saris. There is no artificial light inside the shrine. The temple is dimly lit, which creates a mystic ambience. It is lighted through diyas, which keeps on burning 24 hours, 365 days and nights. The temple is open to visitors from early morning to late evening, with major rituals taking place early in the morning and in the evening also. The Mangala Arati takes place at 5 in the morning. Bhoga and Pahada takes place from 12 o'clock to 12:30. Alati at 8 o'clock, and the temple closes at 10 o'clock. There may be a deviation of 1 hour on festival occasions and on Tuesdays. The temple puja rituals are carried out by Kshatriya Sevayats. There are 12 such families. They belong to the Roy families, and they carry out the temple rituals. The priests are well conducted and well organized. No one demands any money or any other thing from the visitors or from the devotees, which creates a good atmosphere so people can have peaceful and blissful darshan. On important ceremonies and festivals like Durga Puja, Navanna, Usa Purnima, Dasera, and even English New Year's Day, thousands and thousands of devotees throng to the temple to seek the blessings of Goddess Samleswari. They come with coconut, red cloth, vermilion, bangles, and they offer traditional songs and dances as a part of their worship. Throughout the year, the goddess gives darshan in Sindura Varna Vesha, that is, her whole body clad in vermilion. But on Mahalaya, which is the last day of Pitru Paksha, she gives darshan in Dhabalamukhi Vesha. The goddess is bathed in holy water from the Ganges and she is decorated like a sati in white attire. It is believed that the darshan on the day of Mahalaya is equivalent to the virtue of Ganga darshan. On the day of Navanna, the farmers come with the first produce of their land and offer it to the goddess before using it for their personal use. During Dasera, the goddess is decorated in Navadurga Vesha. On Mahasaptami, Mahastami, and Mahanavami, ardent lamp lightings are offered by the devotees with the belief that all their wishes would be fulfilled. On the 10th day, that is on Vijaya Dasami, the holy sword of the goddess is cleaned and washed in the river of Mahanadi and it is placed before her. The whole festival is enjoyed by the people with much fanfare. But the core of worship is that of goddess SAMLESWARI rather than the traditional Durga idol. Every day, after evening, after the sunset, the devotees gather in the premises of the temple to witness the light and sound show. It is a multimedia presentation during which the temple history, temple culture, local tradition and local culture is presented through colorful exhibition of light and sound. King Balaram had started construction of a fort in his kingdom which he could not complete. It was completed by his grandson Balabhadra Dev. 6 gates were constructed around the fort. In course of time, all the gates were ruined except this one. And people named this gate as Samlai Darwaza. Just like in Delhi, there are gates like Delhi Gate, Kashmiri Gate, Ajmeri Gate, Lahore Gate. So this is Samlai Darwaza and it stands as a witness to the glorious days of the Chauhan dynasty. This is the Victoria Tower situated at the far end of the temple plaza. There were many such towers around the Sambalpur fort. The royal family used to come and to have a watch on river Mahanadi from this tower. At that time, of course, there was no ring road and river Mahanadi was flowing quite close to the tower. This tower also served as an observation point. The soldiers, they used to keep a close watch on the possible invasion of enemy from this tower. According to popular legend, once during the invasion of the Marathas, the soldiers cut the log of palm tree and they placed it on the tower, which the invaders mistook as the presence of cannons and they fled from the place. during the birthday celebration of Queen Victoria. In the year 1888, these towers were renovated and therefore they are called Victoria Towers. In 1998, Sambalpur municipality again renovated these towers. So when visitors come to Mahanadi Temple, they make it a point to have a watch on this Victoria Tower. This is the old gate of the temple. It was the only gate for entrance and exit of visitors. Earlier, the temple complex consisted only of 4.2 acres of land. There were many private shops and houses inside the complex. It was a bit clumsy. And when large number of visitors were coming on important occasions to the temple, management of crowd was a challenge for the temple authorities. There was no parking place in the vicinity of the temple, and visitors coming from outside were facing difficulties. Thanks to government of Orissa, there has been lot of development during the last couple of years. Massive renovation work has taken place. There has been peripheral development, improved facilities for pilgrims, construction of heritage corridor, and development of Mahanadi riverfront. "20 shops and private families in the complex were acquired. 250 families living in Ghungutipada slum areas were rehabilitated. The crematorium on the ring road at Rajghat was shifted to Mandalia. Part of Kamli Bazar gave way to construction corridor. The road from SAMLESWARI Temple to Pataneswari Temple was widened. Even the road at the back side of the temple, the ring road, was also widened. All these developmental works and the beautification of the temple have been done with a view to enhance and spread the glory of Ma Samleswari Temple, to boost tourism and to enhance the economic opportunity for local population. This is Heritage Gate number 3. There are 4 such majestic heritage gates built in Kalingan style. The height of each of the gates is 25 feet and width is 40 feet. There are 500 meter of heritage corridor and 19,000 square meter of walkways. The heritage corridor and the walls of the heritage gate are constructed of khandolite stone. Khandolite is a high grade rock stone. It has been named after the Khon tribes of Orissa. plenty of space inside the temple complex. This clean and green space is called Plaza. "75,000 small and big plants of different varieties have been planted. If you come in winter, you will find different varieties of marigold flowers, different size and different varieties of marigold flowers, which are so favorite of the gods and goddesses. The clock tower, along with the water tank, adds beauty and grandeur of the plaza. There are 4 clocks facing 4 directions and maintaining same time. Looks like an open auditorium. Nice place to enjoy the winter morning sun and to relax summer evening, especially if you are coming in a group. There is also selfie point there, so youngsters, they come and they take their pictures with the background of the design of Sambalpuri sari. The holy pond in the temple complex has also been renovated. Its depth has been increased to retain more water. Even if river Mahanadi is very close, the water level of this pond remains always like this, and the water does not go away, it does not slip away into Mahanadi. The white color temple peak you see, that is the Radha Krishna temple of Gopalji Mutt. There is a cafeteria here. It is called the Mission Shakti Cafe. It is run by ladies, so visitors coming to the temple can have tea, coffee, snacks, and local delicacies like mandia pitha and mandia laddu are also available in the cafe. This is Bhoga Mandapa and it exists close to Heritage Gate number 2. The clock tower is also very nearby. Devotees can book their Annabhoga by paying 100 rupees per person in advance. The booking counter opens at 9 in the morning. It is right there inside the Bhoga Mandapa. But those who cannot come at 9 o'clock, they can pay it on the spot at 12 noon, and the Bhoga distribution starts at 12:40. The temple trust prepares for 200 to 250 persons on an average on a daily basis. The Annabhoga is prepared from rice and fresh vegetables, and it is prepared by the temple trust. No outside agencies are involved. Devotees sit in a disciplined, well organized manner on the floor, on the mat, while the food is being distributed in the dining hall. But those who cannot sit on the mat, on the floor, there are limited number of bench and desk for them. RO drinking water and hand wash point exist outside the dining hall. Even though online prasad booking has been announced, it has so far not been followed in practice. The temple administration is in the process of introducing takeaway prasad and also online prasad booking through the temple app. This is Heritage Gate number 4. This gate is used on the days when there is heavy rush of devotees to the temple. This is the shoe stand. So devotees who come for the darshan, they may deposit their shoes here before going for the darshan. It is free of cost. Devotees tie coconut here with the belief that all their wishes will be fulfilled. This is QMS, queue management system, that is to regulate the number of devotees. The barricades have been made. There are 4 barricades and devotees can wait here before their turn comes for the darshan. So they are protected from rain, they are protected from the summer heat. There is provision for fan and drinking water also, so that devotees don't face much difficulties. as many as 5,000 devotees can wait here. This is a battery operated vehicle. The senior citizens and physically challenged persons can take help of this environmental free vehicle because the temple area is quite big and it is wide, so there is facility for these battery operated vehicles. There is also facility for wheelchair for physically challenged persons as well as for elderly persons. There is also provision for special darshan on the days when there is heavy rush of devotees and those who cannot stand in queue for a long time, they can have a special darshan by paying 100 rupees. This is the parking area, quite spacious. It can accommodate large number of vehicles. So these vehicles, they have come from outside Sambalpur, from coastal Odisha, from Jharkhand, from Chhattisgarh, from Madhya Pradesh. There are some vehicles from Gujarat, Maharashtra also. And this is the Pataneswari temple, visible from the parking area. Goddess Pataneswari is considered to be the sister of SAMLESWARI. And close to Pataneswari temple, there is the OTDC restaurant. It is Nimantran, and these are typical Odia dishes. So people who come from outside and want to have a taste of Odisha dishes, they can go to Nimantran, the OTDC restaurant, which provides authentic Odia food. And this is the vending zone. There are 65 shops, and they sell different items. Most of them sell stationaries, souvenirs, and Sambalpuri dress, Sambalpuri sari. Close to the vending zone is a toilet, so people who come from outside, they can use the bathrooms, the washrooms. They are quite neat and clean, and they are free. There are also toilets near Mission Shakti Cafe. and also near the Bhoga Mandapa. All these toilets are maintained by the temple trust. In front of the vending zone, there is the information office. So visitors who want any information about the temple timing, or booking a prasad, or any other thing relating to the temple, they can inquire here. This is the information office. Age-old temple of Jaleswar Baba, a small temple inside the temple complex of MAA SAMLESWARI temple. There is a very small well close to the temple, and the priest of this temple uses water from the well for worship of Lord Mahadeva in the temple. Mahasamlai temple goes digital with Faith 360 mobile app, but this app is going on a trial basis. When it will be operational on a full-fledged basis, devotees will be able to book accommodation in temple guest house. They will be able to book prasad online, and they can also get information about the temple timing, temple rituals, and other facilities. There are also other facilities available inside the complex, like baby care center, first aid center, police outpost, and ATM for the convenience of visitors. There are displays of QR codes in many places inside the temple complex. Visitors and devotees can contribute to the temple hundi and temple trust by scanning these mobile apps. After having divine darshan of Goddess Samleswari and a stroll in the clean and green temple plaza, most of the devotees come to the Mahanadi riverfront to have a breathtaking view of river Mahanadi. So for that, they don't have to cross the traffic of the ring road. There is a foot-over bridge which links the temple plaza to the riverfront. There is also provision for lift for elderly persons and physically challenged persons who find it difficult to use the staircase. There are three beautiful tensile structures which look like the entrance of a modern airport. You can see one of the tensile structures here. Following the models of Ganga Arati in Rishikesh, Haridwar, and Varanasi, Mahanadi Arati was performed for some days a couple of years back, and thousands of people came to watch this spectacular ceremony. It was a grand success. Efforts are already on to revive the Mahanadi Arati, and it is going to be a point of great attraction. And this is river Mahanadi, the third longest river in India. Mahanadi originates from Sihawa hills of Chhattisgarh, and it is 900 kilometers long. It runs 494 kilometers in Odisha before falling into the Bay of Bengal. On my back, there is the new Mahanadi bridge, which is 1.6 kilometers long and which connects Sambalpur to Chaurpur, the seat of the ancient Chauhan dynasty. In my front, there is the old Mahanadi bridge, which connects Sambalpur to Burla town. Mahanadi boasts of having world's largest earthen dam, that is Hirakud Dam, which is 26 kilometers wide and which is just 15 kilometers from this place. On the distant horizon, you can see Baro Pahad or the 12 hills, which is historically known for its use as a hideout of the great freedom fighter Veer Surendra Sai. The famous Ghanteshwari Temple, Odisha State Open University, Sambalpur University Burla, Veer Surendra Sai Institute of Technology, Veer Surendra Sai Medical College and Hospital, Debrigarh Wildlife Sanctuary, Sainik School, all these are not very far from the other side of the Mahanadi. If you come to this riverfront early in the morning, say at about 5:30, you will be greeted with chirping of the morning birds, chanting of Om by persons doing yoga, meditation and pranayama, the soothing sounds of temple bell and Mangala Arati. Similarly, evening time presents a very smoothing and calming atmosphere. So this is the view of sunset from the riverfront. The reflection of the golden rays of the setting sun on Mahanadi water brings solace to the wandering mind. During the evening, the entire garden is beautifully lit up, creating a stunning visual experience. Thousands of twinkling lights give life to the enchanting landscape of the temple plaza.